Hey, Central, it's Pastor Brian, and I'm here with our church board chair, Rob Bell, because we have some exciting news for you. First of all, phase one of our discernment process is all completed. We have had a ton of engagement across the church as we've been hearing from God who he wants us to be. So I want you to save a date. Sunday night, November 20th, 7 p.m., right here at Central, we're going to all gather together for a celebration and affirm and confirm together the themes that we have uncovered on who God wants us to be. Secondly, we're seeing growth. We are seeing new people come to know Jesus, more people wanting to be baptized in just 2 weeks from now, and more people wanting to call Central their home church. And as a result of that, we're trying to keep up with what God is now doing, and that's why Rob is here to share some more exciting news.
So indeed, the church is energized. So giving has increased, and more people are supporting what God's doing here through their time, their talent, and their treasure. So there have been some areas that have been under-resourced. So the board held a special meeting this week to look at a two-stage strategy to address those under-resourced areas and keep up with what God's doing. So we're going to gear up for discipleship and mission. And part of that plan is to restore 2 roles that previously, earlier this year, we had to cut back on. So they're going to be full-time in terms of executive pastor and discipleship pastor for the next 4 months. So John Lockley and Rachel Crum will go to 5 days per week for a 4-month period and then focus on new ways of engaging with the church.
So let me tell you what you're going to see as a result of this. With John, with the extra time he will now have, we're going to see a rise in how we welcome visitors. He's going to oversee a great experience for people new to Ham Central to come in, feel comfortable, feel welcome, and take that next step for them, whatever that looks like, for them to follow Jesus and become more of an active part of our church community. He's also going to spend a whole lot of time on developing a new pastoral care process. We're going to have a crisis team, which are going to be trained and released to deal with the harder stuff of life, as we then also train everybody in the church on what it means to be a community of care to one another. Now with Rachel, she's going to be the champion of discipleship for all aspects of church, from the front out room with our babies all the way through the children and youth and young adults and married and unmarried and single and elderly, all the way to Senior Hub, that make sure that every aspect of our church has a discipleship element to it. Not only what it means to follow Jesus, but what it means to help others follow Jesus as well. Part of that role will be the champion of catalyst events, common ground events around Bible study or community service or social events, men, women events, all church events, anything that helps us connect with other people in our community, from marriage and parenting workshops to anything where people are crying out for hope. She's going to be the champion of those so that we can connect with people and walk with them to take another step closer to Jesus. We're heading for some very exciting times.
So we do have the financial resources to offer John and Rachel this fixed-term 4-month contract, beginning on Monday through to the AGM in March. So as an elder board, we'll develop an annual church budget and bring the proposal to the AGM in March.
So I just want to finish by saying thank you. First, thank you to John and Rachel, who both graciously handed over their role or handed over half of their role to help the church go through this transition period of the last year to move now to a position of strength to re-engage those different specific ministry areas. And then I want to thank all of you who have so generously been giving and investing in this church financially and with your presence and with your giftings and talents, helping us all become a people full of hope and joy, where people can come and engage and meet and explore what a life with Jesus is about. Thank you for being so available to what Jesus wants to do here. It's exciting times. Please continue to pray for our church and for the mission that God has for us for our future.